Part of the teaching and learning process is assessing the student's learning. Assessment for learning helps teachers gather information to plan and modify teaching and learning programs for individual students, groups of students, and the class as a whole. Pinpoint student strengths so that both teachers and students can build on them, and identify students' learning needs in a clear and constructive way so they can be addressed. On the part of the students, assessment for learning provides them with information and guidance so they can plan and manage the next steps in their learning. Information about what a student knows, understands, and is able to do can be determined by the teachers using formative assessment. The goal of a formative assessment is to monitor student learning, to provide ongoing feedback that can be used by instructors to improve their teaching, and by the students to improve their learning. More specifically, formative assessments help students identify their strengths and weaknesses and target areas that need work. Help faculty recognize where students are struggling and address problems immediately. Formative assessment is not for grading assessment of learning. Graded assessment that is given at the end of the unit or chapter is known as summative assessment. The main goal of the summative assessment is to evaluate the student's learning or achievement. That is why summative assessment is given at the end of the unit. Whether it's formative or summative assessment, teachers need an effective way to measure students' understanding and progress. Microsoft Forms, a web-based application within an Office 365 suite, can be used by the teachers for creating formative and summative assessments for students. Teachers can use Microsoft Forms to quickly assess student progress and get real-time feedback through the use of the quizzes that they design and share with their class. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to create an assessment, formative or summative assessment with Microsoft Forms. In your web browser, go to forms.office.com. Sign in with your Microsoft 365 school credentials, Microsoft 365 work credentials, or Microsoft account like Hotmail, Live, or Outlook.com. Under My Forms, you'll see New Form and New Quiz tiles. If your concern is to make a test, then click New Quiz to begin creating your assessment. The first thing that you have to do is type the title of your quiz. The quiz that I'm going to make is about the lesson on urinary system. So I'll call this quiz the urinary system. You can add a description here if you want to give details of your quiz. Assuming that the urinary system is a lesson in the first quarter, then I can add in this part, first quarter, or leave it blank. You can add question by clicking or tapping Add New. Here you have the options choice, text, rating, and date. I'll make sample questions for choice and text categories because rating and date are usually used for survey forms. To make a multiple choice type question, click or tap choice. Teachers usually use multiple choice type question to assess the student's learning. The multiple choice test is regarded as one of the best forms of testing. This form is the most valuable and widely used in standardized tests due to its flexibility and objectivity in scoring. The first question will gauge what the students know about the parts of the urinary system. So here's the question. Which of the following parts is not found in the urinary system? Here, you can type the choices. To add more options or choices, simply click Add Option. Once a question is created, you can select the correct answer by clicking on the check mark. So obviously, rectum is not found in the urinary system. If this is a formative assessment and is not graded, the points box is left blank. However, if this is a graded assessment like summative assessment, where you measure what the students have learned at the end of the unit, then you have to assign a score in the points box. To make sure that the students will complete all of the questions, click the required option on each question. In the bottom right corner of the box, you can see the ellipses or three dots. Here, you can select the shuffle options. By doing so, Microsoft Forms randomly shuffles the arrangement or order of the choices displayed to the students. So even if the students are taking the quiz in one room, they cannot look at their classmates' computer screens and copy their answers. Let's take a look at the preview of this question. Notice that the students can only choose one answer. This is because there is only one correct answer in this question. To make another question, click Back and Add New. You can also create a multiple choice type of question that requires two or more correct answers. So let's have another multiple choice type question. Which of the following is or are the function or functions of the urinary system? So here are the options. By analyzing the question, we know that the first three options are functions of the urinary system. To mark these three options as the correct answers, toggle on the Multiple Answers tab. Then, mark the correct answers. This time, when you check the preview of this question, notice that the students can select more than one answers. We've all heard the cliche, a picture tells 1,000 words, but there is a real value in using images in an assessment. Images and diagrams help the students understand the idea that you want them to process in the question. Microsoft Forms gives you the ability to add an image in the question. So let's have another multiple choice type question. Why is it that females are more at risk of urinary tract infections than males? Here are the options. To insert an image, in this question, click or tap the Insert Media tab on the right side of the question box. Once you select Image, you have the options to get the image from OneDrive, upload an image from your device, or search the image that you will insert in the question from Bing search engine. I'll go and upload an image from my device. The image is now inserted in the question. Aside from the image, a video can also be inserted in the question. Okay, now let's have a question with inserted video. In which part of the urinary system is the urine stored until you are ready to pee? Let's mark the correct answer and then insert a video by clicking or tapping the Insert Media tab here. Then this time select video. Here you can paste the URL of the video from YouTube. Then click Add tab. So once you click the Add tab, the video is inserted in your question. Another interesting feature of the forms is the comment that you can add in the option. So in this question, bladder is the correct answer. You can add more information about it by clicking the comment tab or display a message tab and add the information that you want your students to know about the subject. So the bladder is a hollow muscular organ in humans, and so on. This comment will appear in the results of the quiz after the students took and submitted the quiz. Now let's have the next assessment format available in the Microsoft Forms, the text format. Okay, in the text format, you can type the question in the question box. Our question is, which of the following is not normally filtered from the blood? If this test item will only require the students to give a short and specific answer, then you can input the answer in the answer box. The answer to this question is blood cells. Assign a score for this item and set this as auto-graded. The forms automatically gives points if the students got the correct answer. However, for the question that require long answer, you do not have to input the correct answer in the answer box. Okay, so this time let's have a question in text format which requires long answer. Okay, why is it important to P when you have to? Okay, the students can type their answer here. So since this requires a long answer, so toggle on the long answer tab. You can assign a score for this test item, but do not set this auto-graded. You will be the one to give points to the student's answer based on the accuracy of their explanation. Now let's preview this assessment and check how it will look in the computer and mobile device. So this is how it looks in the computer and in the mobile device. Okay, now you can add a design or background to your test in the theme. Here you have the options to choose a solid color or any of the available images. You can also upload an image to customize the background of your test. By clicking the Customize Theme tab, you can upload an image from OneDrive, from your device, or search an image from Bing search engine. In my case, I'll just choose this background. Microsoft Forms gives you the ability to share your assessment in different ways. In Share, as you can see, you have two options to send and collect responses. First, to anyone with the link. Second, to only people in my organization or in your organization or school. You can also share your assessment by sending link to your students, giving or sending them the QR code, embedding the assessment to your website or LMS, or sending the assessment through emails. For your co-teachers, You can share the assessment. You can share the assessment template and duplicate it or share the assessment for collaboration. This time, I'll show you the sample quiz that I have given to my students in the alternative learning system in a remote teaching and learning program. As you can see, 10 ALS learners answered the quiz. You can review their answers here for further analysis. Here, in the review answers, you can check the scores of all the learners. Like for learner 1, the learner 1 got 7 out of 10 questions. Learner 2 got 4 out of 10. And learner 3 got 8 out of 10. For learner 3, he got the correct answers for items 1 and 2. He got the wrong answer for item number 3. There is also a graphical analysis of the results of the quiz. So like in quiz number 1, 10 respondents answered rectum. This is the correct answer for item number 1. For item number 2, also 10 respondents answered the correct answer or got the correct answer. For item number 3 or question number 3, 4 learners got the correct answer and 6 learners got the incorrect answer. If you want to open the summary of the results of this quiz in Excel, just click or tap this Open in Excel tab. In the Excel format, there's a column for the names of the students, their scores, and the details of their answers in all the test items. So in this video, you've learned how to create an assessment using Microsoft Forms. Thanks for watching.